Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the rest of my 2022 games. This is the second half of the year. More specifically August to December, which is it's more like 5 months, so it's not really that much. But I played quite a bit of games, I guess, in the second half of 2022. So we're gonna talk about that today. Because right now we have game 55 to game 102, at least as I have it marked off. I think it's more like game 101 or 100, depending on how you want to count it. So, yeah, we're gonna get started. If you missed the first part, you can go watch that on YouTube somewhere. I'll have it, I guess if you want, you can go watch it. Either way, we're gonna start off where we picked up. We did Beavis and Butthead last time. Beavis and Butthead was the last game that I played. Now, we have, the next game, which is Wario's Woods for the Super Nintendo. A very interesting game, because I had never actually finished it. So, I have a history with Wario's Woods on the NES, as you know. Or maybe you don't. I really love Wario's Woods on the NES. I used to play the round game all the time as a kid, just to see how far I could get before a game over. And, you know, usually I get to like the 60s maybe, and then I die. Where the max level is level 100, or is it 99? I forget. It's one of those two. And one thing I always really liked about Wario's Woods on the NES is that every, like, 10 levels or so, you get to see Wario get bigger, until he's, like, super big. He's a super big boy. Now, unfortunately, that's not in the SNES version, but I think the SNES version has some pretty good music, and the graphics are obviously just the NES version, but, you know, nicer and colorful. And also, Wario's not purple in this game, he's yellow, like he should be. Another thing that I like about this game that's not in the NES version is the versus mode against the CPUs. You can fight a different opponent, and there's like 16 different enemies, which is kind of unique that they went out of their way to make 16 different enemies for the game. And I also get to mention the fact that I found a new waifu because of this game. I found this cute witch girl from this game, and yeah, that's definitely something good to come out of this game, finding a new waifu. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? So yeah, that's Wario's Woods. I really enjoyed it. I would love to play... I think next year I should play, or this year I guess, I should play the NES version. Alright, next up we have Gang Beasts, which I played with Dominic and the boys a few times. This game is actually a lot more special than you think it is, because it is the very first game that I streamed on my new Xbox Series X, which is a big deal because that thing cost me like 700 bucks. Somewhere around that. It's a lot more expensive in Canadian than it is in US money. So, this game is a little special. And also, the game is just super funny. There's a lot of funny moments that come out of it. The controls are all janky and fun. It's just a good game to play with your friends when you just want to, like, fuck around one night and enjoy. But otherwise, I honestly want to play this game again with Dominic and the boys, you know? I would be completely down to do that. I should probably close this other window that I have open. Alright, next up, we have Smash Bros. Chaos, a mod for Smash Ultimate that Zach introduced me to. This is the first time, I believe, that we played on Zach's computer, and it ended up being pretty funny. You know, it's kind of a hit or miss mod for me because, like, it's supposed to be broken. and unbalanced. But there's just a few things that are a little too unbalanced that makes some certain characters just not fun to fight against. But I guess that goes for Ultimate too. There's just some characters in Ultimate that I don't like fighting. But this was pretty fun, honestly. Maybe not as fun as Smash Universe in my opinion, but it is a different kind of fun that I wouldn't mind doing again if we had the chance maybe a few months from now. You really have to see it for yourself to understand what the game is like. Alright, next up, we have a big one, big part of this. The Mega Man games. I decided to just use the Legacy Collection art because this is Mega Man 1 through 11. All 11 of them. Not counting Mega Man and Base, which I did a playthrough of way long ago on the channel. Which you can check out if you want. So, I guess we'll go through all the Mega Man games one by one. Mega Man 1, I still think is a very great game. I honestly think Mega Man 1 is incredibly underrated, and it's a game that I would love to come back to, just because of how, like, simple it is. And I'm actually pretty good at it, too. I've played Mega Man 1 a fair bit, and I'm very nostalgic for the Robot Masters and the music in it. I used to listen to, like, Elecman's song at school a lot when I was still in high school. Good times. Now, Mega Man 2, on the other hand, I kinda don't like as much. There's certain parts about Mega Man 2 where, sure, there are some parts about Mega Man 2 that are better than Mega Man 1, but there's also a lot of problems I have with the game. It's still kind of got, like, that slippery feeling to it that Mega Man 1 had, but at least in Mega Man 1 it's a little bit more understandable. And also, I just really fucking hate the Wily stages in this game, in Mega Man 2. I just don't like most of them. Like, they're not that fun to play, and if you run out of ammo on a lot of the stages, you just can't beat them most of the time, which is a really big flaw. And that is why I don't really like Mega Man 2 that much. It is not the greatest Mega Man game of all time. Got some good music, and, you know, the Metal Blade's super broken, but I don't know, I just don't really like it that much. Like the Michael Rosen thing. I don't really like it that much. Mega Man 3, though, it went pretty good. Because, I knew the Doc Robot stages were coming, and yeah, they did still kind of suck, but not as bad as it was on my first few playthroughs. The Doc Robot stage didn't go that badly, and I kind of just breezed through most of Mega Man 3. Mega Man 4, I played it with a very small mod that made the health bar fill up faster. Very tiny mod, but it made it a little bit more of a fun experience, because you have to watch that health bar fill up, like, what? Like, at least 20 times? So, it definitely made the game a lot more fast and more fun. And, using the weapons in all these Mega Man games for the very first time, really made me appreciate a lot of the weapons. Like, I love the Pharaoh Shot, the Drill Crusher, or what is it called? The Drill Bomber, the Dust Crusher. I love all those weapons. The Ring, super good weapons. Really enjoy using them. I don't think the music is as good as I remember, though, but it's still alright. Mega Man 5, honestly, it kind of just stays where it is for me. Like, I still think it's kind of one of the weaker NES games. I think it's better than Mega Man 2, but I don't know, it's just kind of a... I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. It's like, both too easy, but also too challenging at the same time. And I don't know, I just think I feel like it should be more epic than it really is, because, you know, fake Proto Man and all of that. But it's not as epic as it should be, which is kind of a letdown, because Mega Man 5 has a lot more potential, in my opinion. Mega Man 6, on the other hand, I found to be kind of frustrating at times. And I feel like, I don't know, in some ways I think Mega Man 6 is better than 5, but in other cases I think 5 is better than 6. And I think 4 is better than both of them. At least that's my opinion. So if I had to rate the NES trilogy, I'd say probably like, would people kill me if I said I think 1 is my favorite? And then I'd probably put like 3, and then 4, and then maybe 1, 4, 3, 5, 6, and 2. That's probably how I'd rank them, but I don't know, that's kind of a hot take. And then we have Mega Man 7, which was fairly fun to replay through. I don't remember it as much as the other ones, and I love the amount of secrets that are in Mega Man 7. Because I think no other Mega Man has done, like, the secrets the way Mega Man 7 has done. And it's such a unique game because of that. And also the music is absolutely amazing, the game looks brilliant, and the Wily final boss is not as hard as everyone says it is. Sure, it took me a few tries, but once you know the pattern, it's honestly not that bad. I only had to use like 1 E-Tank on him, I think. So, yeah. Now we have Mega Man 8, which not a lot of people like, but I think it's one of my favorites. Hard to say if I still think that, because I do agree the game is kinda slow. Yo, what up, Zach? Mega Man 8 is kinda slow, but I don't know. The slowness makes up for it because of the music is, like, amazing. It's beautiful. I think the graphics are the best Mega Man graphics has ever been. Yes, even better than 11, but 11's a close second, I think. I think it has the best story out of any Mega Man game. And also, I think the designs are the best, too. I think Mega Man 8 has the best Mega Man design, if I can find it. Mega Man 8's Mega Man has the best Mega Man design. I need to find that one specific design of Mega Man. If I can find it. Here, hang on a sec. Yeah, I might start putting up some pictures to kind of showcase some stuff. This Mega Man right here. I think this might be my favorite Mega Man design of all time. Because in Mega Man 8, he looks so grown up. And I felt like it was the right evolution for his character and design. And, you know, even though he's still kind of childish, he feels like he's more like, I don't know, a 12-year-old boy than like a 10-year-old boy. You know what I mean? That's just why I like Mega Man 8. So, yeah. And then we have Mega Man 9, which, I'd still say Mega Man 9 is a very solid game. I'd still say it's in, like, my top 5, maybe? It's a very replayable Mega Man game. Just because the weapons are super fun to use, all the bosses are intrinsic, the level design is very well thought out, and the music is an absolute banger. I'd say the only thing I don't really like about Mega Man 9 is, Wily 3. That's like the only thing I don't really like about the game. Just because it's too tight of a level. But once you figure it out, it's not too bad, I guess. And, that Fake Man stage was a pain in the ass to go through, but I think it was worth it. I was able to do it. But yeah, I do like Mega Man 9 a lot. And it was one of my favorite Mega Man games for a tiny bit. And then we have Mega Man 10, which, to me is just Mega Man 9 2. And I don't think Mega Man 10 is as good as Mega Man 9. There's a few things about Mega Man 10 that I think Mega Man 9 did better. Like, I think the level design in 10 is a little bit weaker than 9's. But 10 is a bit more creative, which I guess I'll give it credit for that. And the weapons aren't as good in 10, in my opinion. There's only like a few good weapons, like the Triple Blade, and the Water Pump is a good shield weapon, I guess. But it's not as good as the Jewel Satellite. And, I don't really think the Mega Man Killer stages are very fair. I still couldn't beat Ballade stage, and I couldn't beat the Punk boss fight because there's no checkpoints, which is, in my opinion, unfair. I beat them when I was a kid, but I just couldn't beat them. I didn't have the patience to fucking beat those stages. I think it took me like multiple sessions to beat them as a kid. Like I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do some attempts at this stage for like a few hours, quit, come back later. You know, I should not have to do that for a single stage. I do like that it has Bass as a playable character. They brought him back after how he played in Mega Man and Bass, which is a very cool thing. They should put Bass in every Mega Man game as a secret character, because I think it would give the game more replay value. And obviously you can play as Proto Man too. He takes double damage, but he can slide, which to be fair should not be a benefit of playing as Proto Man. You should always be able to slide. I think Proto Man being able to reflect shit is a cool mechanic, but I don't know, the double damage and knockback, I don't know. I think two shots and let me rephrase that. I think being able to shield bullets in exchange for only being able to shoot 2 pellets is a fair trade-off on its own. So if they ever bring back Proto Man for Mega Man 12, they should just do that, because in Mega Man 11, they brought back everything. I forgot to mention in Mega Man 9 and 10, they removed charge shots and sliding for some reason, which, I don't know, kind of is a weird decision, in my opinion. It allowed them to be more creative with the level design, but I don't know, I like being able to slide and charge shots. It allows for, like, more unique boss opportunities, because you can have bosses that, like, will only open up if you shoot a fully charged shot at them. So, yeah. But now we have Mega Man 11, which is honestly one of my favorites, just because it's the newest Mega Man game. And it's exactly what I want out of a modern Mega Man game. Because it's 3D, but with 2.5D playstyle. All of the bosses are super likable, and all the weapons are even better. And if you amp them up with the double gear system, it makes them some of the best weapons in the entire series. Like, the fucking Tundra Storm becomes a screen nuke that destroys mini-bosses. Like, the charged up brick is super good. The charged up balls just go crazy, kills everything. There's a lot of fun weapons. Mega Man 11 is the most fun I've ever had with the weapons in the series. And to me, that's a good step in the right direction for the series. But the problem is, we haven't got a new Mega Man game in over 4 years. Which is a big problem, because we really need a new one, and I'm really hoping Capcom releases a new one instead of, you know, cashing out on Monster Hunter every year. Not that I don't like Monster Hunter, and I do want to play the series someday, but look, I just want a Mega Man game, okay? we have enough Mega Man collections, I think. Like, once you finish the Mega Man Legends collection, like, once you finish that, please make an actual Mega Man game. I'm good on collections for a while. We have almost all of the collections. Like what's left? Star Force collection and Net Legends collection, and that's it. Maybe a few others. But yeah, I love Mega Man 11. Also, it's the first game to have decent voice acting, too. Classic, not X, because X also has amazing voice acting in the X8 and Command Mission and all that. But yeah, I love Mega Man 11. I think it's my most replayed Mega Man game. I used to speedrun it, actually. And I think my PB is like 102. 1 hour and 2 minutes, which isn't bad at all. I wouldn't mind speedrunning a Mega Man game. I just don't know which one. But yeah. That's the Mega Man games. The Mega Man Marathon, as I called it. It was really fun to revisit all of them. But this year, we're definitely still gonna play some more Mega Man games. I just don't know which ones. We'll see. Anyways, next up, we have Jackbox Party Pack 3, which is a game that me and my friends played a little bit of towards the end of 2022. And there's a good chance that we'll play more of this year. And maybe even a completely different Jackbox game. Which, yeah, that's fun. Honestly, this is some of the most... These are some of the more funny moments from 2022, if you ask me. Really fucking funny shit right here. Like, I think the highlights has to be, Quiplash. Quiplash has some of the funniest shit that we've ever come up with, in my opinion. And, yeah, you know, obviously, Quiplash is going to offend a lot of minorities. But that's the thing. They're jokes with very bad taste. And once you get past that, I think you can end up having a funny time. So, yeah, I loved playing this with all my friends. So many funny moments to come out of it. And we're definitely gonna try and do a Jackbox session at least once a month. Like, it just has to happen. Alright. So, the next game on our list is Donkey Kong 94, which... coincidentally, is actually game number 69, nice, on our list.
Nice.
Yeah, how about that shit? So, I was honestly very surprised by this game. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. You know, I knew going into it that it was going to be like the Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on GBA, but it was honestly way more similar than I thought. And honestly, the controls are super, what's the word? Complex for a Game Boy game. You know, you only got 2 buttons, and you have the most, like, crazy and precise, like, amazing control scheme that makes for some of the most unique and creative levels on the Game Boy. And honestly, I think this might just be the best Game Boy game ever. Like, I don't think I mean, maybe next to Tetris, which I have not played the Tetris on Game Boy, but there's no arguing that Tetris on Game Boy is a very solid game, but this might just be the best Game Boy game. Like, Mario Land 2, fairly good. Pokemon Red, whatever. But this is a reason to get the Game Boy. If you want to get a Game Boy, or a Game Boy Color, you need to get this game. And if you happen to have the Super Nintendo, the Super Game Boy, this shit runs perfectly with that. It adds new music, it makes the game have voice acting. That's an exaggeration. It has a few voices, and it makes the game in color, which, honestly, amazing Donkey Kong game. I want them to make more games like this so badly. They're so good. Alright, next up we have a bit of a weird one. Smash 4 mods with Zach and Jose. Yeah, I didn't expect to do Smash 4 on my channel, ever. Unless, I mean, maybe with the exception of playing Smash 4, like, online. I wanna do that someday. I wanna play Smash 4 online before the servers go down and see what they're like. Just to compare them to Ultimate. But we did some Smash 4 modding. Now, back in the day, I used to really love Smash 4 mods. We used to play Smash 4 mods at school every lunch for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes of fun Smash modding bullshit with 8 people, because I was able to find like 8 or more people to come to this little classroom, and we'd set up, we'd hook up my Wii U to a projector, and we'd display the game on the projector, and we'd all gather around, we'd all play Smash 4 mods at lunchtime. And now what I would do is, I had this friend named Jordan, not to be confused with the Jordan that you know from my streams. It's this other guy named Jordan. He was like this small little kid, you know, he was about a few years younger than me. I trusted him a lot, and I gave him my Wii U gamepad to play on. And there were also a few Wiimotes lying around at the school, too. And other people, I would say, bring your 3DS to school and hook up to Smash Bros. Because one of my favorite things about Smash 4 is that you can hook up your 3DS to the game and use it as a controller, so we don't need extra Wiimotes or nothing. And I used to play Smash 4 with my 3DS all the damn time, and it was so fun. We'd constantly get like 5, 6, 7, and very rarely 8 people to play on the big projector. Super fun, and we used to play like Chaos, Smash 4 Edition, Turbo Smash, all that fun stuff, and it was great until the Smash Bros. Club got shut down, which, a very sad day. So, Smash 4 modding with Zach and Jose kind of helped me relive some of those fun memories that I had with my friends at school. So yeah, we might do more of them. We might do more of this. We need to find more people to join on Parsec. I'm going to be talking to Skipper tomorrow. I'm going to be testing out Parsec with him to see if we can get it to work on his computer. Because if we can do that, he's another candidate for people to play Mario Party and Smash and stuff with. So, yeah. Alright, next up we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer, a bit of a weird one-off. I don't know if I'll come back to this. I did try out the Mario 3 randomizer when I was younger. I forget how old I was, probably like 16 or something. But that was before I played through Mario 3, and one of the first fucking levels that I got in the game was like 6-4, which is one of the hardest levels in the game. And getting that as your first level is just, it really turns you off from the game. And I had a very bad taste of the Mario 3 randomizer. And I wanted to give it another try last year, and honestly, I didn't have that much fun with it. I don't know what it was. I had fun with the Mario 1 rando and the Mario 2 rando, which I did in 2021, I believe. But I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me, but maybe I'll do a follow-up to it if I am that bored and need something to do. Speaking of which, maybe at the end of this we can look at new randomizers that come out and I'll write them down. Alright, so next up we have another one-off, which was Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because I'm Canadian. This game was okay. I mean, I got my ass handed to me by Dominic, but I can see why people like this kind of fighting game, but I don't really think it's for me because there's just too many precise combos and shit they have to pull off. But I will say, this game did make me a little interested in Dragon Ball, so I guess it did something right. Someday I might watch Dragon Ball, I don't know, if I'm really that interested. But, I mean, the game looks nice at least, and the music's very nice to listen to. It's very rockin'. So, yeah, it was a cool game to try out, I think. Alright, next up we have Sonic Adventure 2 race between me and Jose. Which, spoilers, Jose won. But, it was fun playing Sonic Adventure 2 for the very first time. I didn't have such a good time with the hero story, though. Or was it the dark story? Oh yeah, we played the dark story first, and then we played the hero story after. I had a pretty alright time with the dark story, but the hero story, it kind of dragged on a bit too long for me. It ended up being like 4 hours. But overall, it was an alright experience, and I didn't really like that one Knuckles stage of the final story. It was okay. I might be weird in saying this, but I think I might honestly prefer Sonic Adventure 1. Because I felt like the Sonic stages were more fun in that. I preferred how Knuckles' treasure hunting worked in Adventure 2. Or Adventure 1, rather. And, I don't know. I mean, I do like all the gameplay styles in Adventure 2. People seem to shit on Tails and Eggman's playstyle, but it's literally just Gamma's playstyle, but slightly slower. Which I didn't mind too much. I actually liked Eggman stages. And Tails were okay too. But, if I had to replay Adventure 2 again, I definitely would, and I might even, like, do a little bit more than what I did, and have it not be in a race setting. Hey, maybe even someday I'll do the fucking Chow Garden. Who knows? That could be a fun stream. Alright, next up we have a series that's not actually done yet, which is Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga with Aaron. This is actually the first series that me and Aaron ever did, like as a duo, which is cool. It's helping me understand Aaron as a person a little bit better, because, you know, I've done duo shit with Jose, Dominic, Zeppy, Coffee, but not with Aaron before. Aaron's only been a part of the party stuff, but I figured since Aaron is a super big Star Wars fan, this would be the perfect game to play with him. And this is also a game that I grew up with, so I have a lot of understanding with it. And it's been really fun replaying the game again with him, and, you know, 100% in the game. We're only like halfway through the game as well. Like, we're only at like, what, like 45% or something? So we have a lot more to do still. But I've been enjoying every bit of this game. And the fact that I enjoyed this game so much, it really revitalized my love for the Star Wars franchise in general. It made me rewatch all of the 6 movies again. It made me want to even think about getting Skywalker Saga someday. Which, by the way, I promised Coffee that if I do decide to play Skywalker Saga, that I would play it with her. So, we might do that someday, after I finish Complete Saga. But, we're not done yet. We're only, like, halfway through this game, so, yeah. Alright, now the next game is Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. A fantastic Castlevania game. Now, I don't know if I think I like this one more than Harmony of Dissonance, but they're pretty close. I like both of them a lot, because I think both games offer just the right amount of challenge, and they're very fun. The backtracking is relatively good, the enemies are not too bullshit, and the gimmicks are super entertaining. I think this game might have my favorite gimmick, though. The gimmick of, like, harnessing the souls of enemies to get unique abilities. I know there was this one ability that I just ended up sticking with for, like, the whole game. I forgot what it was, but if you go watch my playthrough, you'll see what I mean, but it was super good. I really loved it. And the finale was surprisingly good, too. It didn't go in the direction that I expected. I won't spoil anything, but I knew some details about the plot, just I didn't expect them to go the way they did. And I really loved it for that. So, yeah, very, very good Castlevania game. This October of 2023, I'm gonna play the first DS Castlevania game, I think. So, you can look forward to that. Alright, now, this year, we also did some Infinite Pit runs. From now on, we're gonna be, me and Zach are gonna be doing Infinite Pit races, which is honestly the only fun way I'm gonna have with the Infinite Pit. Because I kind of got bored of doing Infinite Pit runs, but doing Infinite Pit races has kind of revitalized my interest in the Infinite Pit. Which, by the way, if you guys are confused, Infinite Pit is a mod for Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, where you play through a randomly generated pit of 100 trials, where random enemies spawn, they drop random items and badges, and it's like a roguelike, which is really fun. And, yeah, I really enjoyed playing through it. I've been enjoying the races that me and Zach have done. And I'm hoping that if, he ever decides to do another race with me, maybe we'll do a race, I don't know actually, because we're doing Darkstar right now. We might do some Darkstar either this week or next week. I still need to I haven't finished fucking rendering the first part yet. I need to get on that. But once I'm done with that, we can do another Darkstar session. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. But hey, maybe sometime this year we'll do another Infinite Pit race. It could be something fun. We could do a few of them every year, at least. So yeah. Alright, now the next game is another one-off. Mario 64 build 3313, which is like a creepypasta kind of ROM hack that tries to recreate the beta of the game, but it makes it fucked up. And there's a lot of weird areas in the game. I figured I'd only check it out once, though, because I was kind of on a tight schedule for October. But I did want to check this game out, because it would kind of have that spooky atmosphere that I felt fit October. October is definitely one of my favorite months of the year, just because of all the spooky games I play. It's the only month where I really theme my games. Can't think of any other months where I theme my games. But yeah, it was alright. I didn't have as much fun with it as I thought I would, but it was alright. Alright, next up we have Mario Party 7. A game that we're still actually doing on the channel. I don't know, we might do one this week, actually. This has been a pretty fun game. Maybe not as fun as Mario Party 6, but there's been a lot of fun with this game, and it is a game that I grew up with a lot. So, I do have some very good memories with this game. I think the boards are a lot better than I remember them being. Like, Pagoda Peak's very good. Neon Heights is the outstanding exception. I think it's a lot better than I thought it was. The randomness is actually not as unforgiving as I thought. And you can even, like, have Lakitu bring you the chests and give you a star potentially. Because it's a 1 in 3 shot to get a star. Pyramid Park we need to play more of, but I remember it being kind of fun. And Windmillville is super fun too, with investing in the windmills. It was also the first board that I lost at too, so... yeah, let it be known, Windmill is the board that killed my win streak. And Grand Canal and Bowser's Inferno are just standard great Mario Party boards. I'll be sure to invite the boys whenever I can. I'm thinking Seb, Aaron, and Desmond will probably join this week. That's what I'm thinking. Unless I can find someone else who wants to play. Because I don't know. Either way, that is Mario Party 7. We'll do more of it this year until we get bored of it and do all the boards on the repainted version. Alright, next up we have definitely one of my favorite games from this year as well. Resident Evil 4. Specifically the Wii version, because it was the nicest version that I could get, and it also had the motion control stuff. Even though I used the classic controller, so it didn't actually matter. But I'd say this was an alright way to experience the game. I mean, it wasn't the 60 FPS version, or the 4K HD texture pack version, but hey, you know what? Not everything needs to be that perfect texture skin, you know? I thought upscaling it on Dolphin was okay enough. And, I had a lot of fun with this game. You know, I couldn't stop playing this game at a certain point. Like, I just wanted to keep playing and seeing where the game would go next. And, you know, I think, you know, Leon, he's a very good character. He's a badass. I love all the different guns that you can get. Like, I really enjoyed, like, the shotgun, the TMP. Like, I love every gun in this game. You know, I used every gun at least once, I'd say. Even the mine detector, which had a few uses. And, you know, we also have to mention the fact that, you know, Ashley is a very cute character. You know, I liked her a lot. I didn't find her as annoying, as people say, just because she's so damn cute. And I wanted to, you know, have her as much as possible to, you know, help me solve puzzles. You know, that's the nice thing, is that Ashley wasn't just there to be a hostage. She made the puzzles more interesting, because you could have, like, puzzles where you have to work together to solve them, and that made the game a lot more interesting when you had her, rather than it was just Leon. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really find the game that scary, but maybe that's just because it's an old 2003 game. And also because I took the piss out of the game. You know, I fucking called Salazar Chuck E. Cheese. You know? I think when you're calling him Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think it's scary anymore, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game, and I can officially say that I'm a Resident Evil fan now. So, that's good. That makes 2 Capcom games that I'm, you know, a fan of. Oh yeah. Hey guys. Zach just sent me something. One-winged Kong! Alright. So the next game we got is a weird one. Paper Flavio. You might be wondering what the fuck Paper Flavio is. Well, it is a crazy challenge run that I made for myself. Because you know how I am, I like to be creative. Basically what I did was I replaced every character model in the game with Flavio. And I also increased all the boss' health to like 5,000. But I also uncapped badge points, and enemies drop, and also the item randomizer is on, so enemies drop random items and badges, which meant you could get a lot of power pluses to increase your arsenal. And it ended up being the most insane run of TTYD I've ever done. That Shadow Queen fight at the end took me like 4 hours, I'm not even joking. Okay, maybe not that, I think it was 2 hours, but still, it was a long fight. And I had to use save states during it, so it wasn't even legit. But yeah, if you want something really funny, but also challenging, check out my Paper Flavio Let's Play. Next up, we have the final, actually not the final game, the second to last spooky game of the year. We have Luigi's Mansion. But not just Luigi's Mansion, it's Luigi's Mansion 4K. Which is a mod slash texture pack that I heard about for a long time. About a year or so, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that for Halloween. And it ended up being really fun, and the game looks really nice. Obviously, my 1080p shitty recordings are not going to do it that much justice, but if you want, you can go look at the website. Just search up Luigi's Mansion 4K, you'll probably find it. Very good texture pack by the man who is very talented at making these 4K packs. He does more Nintendo games, not just Luigi's Mansion, Linguini's Mansion, you know. But it was a very pleasant and appealing way to replay through the game. And I still think Luigi's Mansion 1 is my favorite of the series, but I say 3 is still a close second after replaying it. So yeah. Alright, and the last spooky game of the month was our Castlevania Symphony of the Night race with me and Jose. It actually started out as a randomizer race, but it didn't go so well, because we couldn't figure out where the fuck to go after 3 hours. So that was kind of a bust. But after that, we decided to play Vanilla Symphony, and I ended up discovering my love for this game all over again. Because I played Symphony of the Night back in, I believe, 2019, and I loved it a lot. It was such a fun way to experience the Castlevania series. It was actually my first Castlevania game that I ever completed. And it is the reason why I'm into Metroidvanias, I think. Unless I played the Metroid games before it, which I don't remember, actually. Hard to say, but I loved Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And replaying it with Jose was such a fun experience, honestly. And, you know, I did a pretty good job at, you know, it wasn't just a standard Symphony of the Night run, either. We did, a 200% run, which was finding every room in the game. And, Jose still has that fucking debate about who actually won the race, because his save file had more percentage than me. And honestly, I do not know either, but I beat the game before him and I had 200%, and just because I was missing 0.2%, I don't know, I still don't really know. But either way, it was a fun race, but it was more about just re-experiencing Symphony of the Night and also enjoying the hilarious voice acting. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Yeah, I love that. Alright, and next up we have a pretty hilarious game, Devil May Cry 2. Yeah, Devil May Cry 2 is kind of a weird game. I don't know. I feel like this game's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. Because, I didn't dislike it at all. I thought I had fun with the game. I also think the soundtrack is really good for a Devil May Cry game. And, you know, I had fun with it. I do think Dante's design in this game is kind of interesting, to say the least. I mean, he has this, like... He has this cool jacket, you know, going on. But his personality is just all kinds of off. You have the famous line, "That's just a piece of crap."
Do a barrel roll.
That's not it.
That's just a piece of crap.
You know, you have that sound, that fucking voice line of Dante. Dude, that's just a piece of crap. You know, that's not Dante. But I don't really care, because it's just funny to me. I don't know. People say this is the worst Devil May Cry game. And, well, yeah, it is definitely not as good as DMC1. But, I don't know, it's just weird. You know, it's kind of a brain-dead game to me. The story sucks, for the most part. The characters are just not likable. You don't care about them. Dante, he's kind of an asshole. The enemies, you just shoot them and they die. There's no, like, thought process into fighting things. The music's good. I already said that. The bosses are even more brain dead. You just shoot them for, like, 10 minutes until they die. The upgrade system is even more brain dead. So, like, the game has a lot of flaws. But it's not a unfun game. That's the thing. It's a fun game to shut your brain off to. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's a weird game to rank because it's not a unfun game. It's just a very poorly designed game. It's a fucking mess of a game that's just fun for the most part. Except that one level where you have to go around the city and find like 5 switches. That shit sucked ass. I don't care. And it wasn't as challenging either. Also, the Lucia story is kind of just Dante's story, but with slightly different set pieces and a terrible swimming section. Didn't care for her at all. She has no personality or character. But I did think the final boss with Dante was pretty cool. The Ragnarok final boss, the Despair Embodied. That was a pretty cool final boss. That honestly made the game, like, epic at the end. And then Dante, like, drives his motorcycle into hell, and then there you go, end the game. But I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I liked the game. Maybe not as much as DMC1, but I liked it. So, yeah. Alright, now the next game we have is Contra. Me and Jose played Contra together, which was very fun. I loved playing this game with him. Yeah, really entertaining, actually. It was my first time playing Contra as well. And, it was also the first time we used Parsec on an emulator that wasn't Dolphin, too, so there's that. So, what can I say about this game? We used the Konami code, because we wanted to, we wanted to do the game as casual as we could. Ended up being very fun. We just kind of went through all the levels, had some fun for an hour, and boom, the game's over. It's a game you can come back to on a weekend and just kind of go through it, have some fun, have some laughs, and it's enjoyable. Now, if we played the game the way it was meant to be intended, I think we would have a lot less fun. If we went into the mindset that we were going to try and do it on the intended difficulty, that'll be a different story. But after we finished Contra, we moved straight to Super Contra, which, by the way, when you search up Super C on Google, this game does not pop up. Like, some weird company pops up instead. So, search for Super Contra instead. So, you actually get the game you're trying to look for. But, yeah, this one wasn't as fun as Contra. Probably because we couldn't figure out how to get the, we couldn't figure out how to get a Japanese copy of the game. And, That one has the Konami code with the 30 lives. Konami code in this one only does 10 for some reason. And there's also limited continues, which is BS. So we didn't have as much fun with Super C. So it wasn't as satisfying to play. Alright, now the next game we have is Doom on the Xbox Series X specifically. The Windows Bethesda Xbox re-release, whatever you want to call it. As my first Doom game, I honestly really loved this game. I had so much fun with it. Like, you have no idea. I had so much fun just going through all the levels, shooting people, and getting health pickups. It's no wonder that Doom is like one of the most revolutionary games of all time, and people are still playing it like 30 years later. It's just that fun. Actually, yeah, isn't Doom gonna be like 30 years old in like 1 year? Yeah, it's super fun. It's such a fun game. And I love all the monster designs, you know? They're not really like, you know, they're not, obviously not that creepy, you know? They're just kind of like, you know, morbid and epic, you know, and hardcore, you know? I love, you know, the imps. The imps are like the Goombas of Mario, or of Doom, rather. You know, the Kako Demons are cute, fat, evil, big flying imps. And, you got, you know, like the flying skulls, the lost souls. You know, all those guys. I love all the enemies. I didn't like the fourth act as much, Thy Flesh Consumed, but I say like the first three I really did like a lot. I kind of got burnt out a bit towards the end of Doom, but that's just because it got too challenging, honestly. I don't know. Doom can be fun. Well, maybe it's because I played on normal. I played on Hurt Me Plenty, which maybe might be why. I wanted a challenge, but not too much challenge, you know? When the challenge is just right, that's when you know a game is perfect. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and play Doom 2 at some point. I'll have to figure out when though, because I have it on Game Pass, so I can easily play it whenever I want. So yeah. Alright, so that's Doom. Alright, next up we have Wii Party. Wii Party we did a little bit of. This is a weird one. This is a game I never thought we'd play. But, it was actually, I think it was Seb's idea? Was it Seb's idea or was it Zach's idea? Honestly, I don't remember who's responsible for this shit. But, yeah. We decided to play some Wii Party with the boys. And the sessions were so short, too, but, like, the minigames are just so wacky. It's a weird, frustrating, but also funny experience that's kind of trying to be a Mario Party clone. It was Seb's idea? Okay. So, yeah. Seb's the reason why we have this funny session. So, yeah. Honestly, though, I had a lot of fun with Wii Party. I would definitely do it again. We would just have to find some people to play it with, that's all. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Wii Party. Maybe we'll do more of that this year, I don't know. Alright, next up, we have Scott Pilgrim, which is a game that me and Dominic did. I think that was like one of our first like co-op games that we've done, at least in my memory. But this is a game that I've always wanted to play. It's been on my bucket list for like 10 years at least. Ever since I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta play Scott Pilgrim. And I don't even know why I wanted to play it. But I really liked it, even though I was bad at it, and I sucked so much that I like got a game over and I couldn't get revived. And we were at like the end game and whatnot, and Dominic just carried me through the final boss. But I still had fun with it. I don't know if we're ever gonna come back to it, though I do technically own it on Xbox, so I could replay it whenever I wanted to, I guess. But, fun experience. The music was super surprising, honestly. The music surprised me with just how good it was. Like, I really enjoyed it. Oh, let me get my juice. There we go. Yeah, I really loved the, I really loved that. The music was great, the gameplay was pretty fun. The running was kind of janky, though. That was my only really complaint about the game. But, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Alright, next up we have a game that we've only done one episode of. God damn it, Goncito. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is a game I want to do more of. I'm still waiting on Goncito to message me. But, from what we've played so far, this game has been pretty fun. Pretty fun to play. Yeah, I'm really liking, newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. You know, because I really liked playing, New Super Mario Bros. Wii with Giannis back in 2020. And, obviously, since Giannis is no longer with us, I needed a person to, play the newer version with. So I thought Goncito would be perfect, because, you know, he loves Mario, and he originally wanted to play Wii, but I already did Wii, and I didn't want to redo Wii, so I decided newer Super Mario Bros. Wii would be, like, the perfect game to play. And so, this is what we ended up doing. We are gonna try and do more of this throughout the year. God be damned, I think we're gonna do at least another part of this at some point during the year. And we'll fucking do World 2, I swear. But, yeah, so far the levels have been super good in this game, and the music's been pretty impressive as well, I'd say. So, I'm hoping we get to do more of this game at some point. That's all I'm saying. Next game is Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is a game that I had a lot of fun revisiting, because I played this game back in 2020, I believe, or 2019, and it was my first time playing it, and I got really frustrated at the game, because the controls are kinda janky, but the levels are so creative and fun to go through, and the game becomes challenging once you start trying to go for all the presents, and getting all the, gold stars. That's when the game starts becoming challenging. But that's, to me, the most fun way to play the game, and it feels like you're not getting the full experience of the game if you're not doing that. So, that's why I decided to do a 100% playthrough. And it was also my first time experiencing the expert levels as well, which, those were kind of interesting, to be honest. I mean, they were kind of bullshit a lot of the time, but, I still had a decent amount of fun with some of them. And, I still cherish this game a lot, and I really would love Nintendo to go back to this style, because it worked so well. It was really fun. Alright, next up, we have Mega Man Maker 1.8, which I only did a one-off for. I kind of lied. I decided I'm not gonna go back to this game. I wanted to check out the new shit that they added, because I was a, I guess you could say I was kind of a, what's the word, you know? I wouldn't say founder, but, like, I was one of the first people that heard about this game. I was there when it was called Mega Maker, and when I was there counting down the days for the game to release. That's how long I've known about this game. So, I cherish it a lot. And I played this game during a period of my life where I was bored of Mario Maker 1, I didn't feel like playing Super Mario Bros. X, and Mario Maker 2 hadn't come out yet. So Mega Man Maker was like that perfect gap for me to like make my own levels. And I had a lot of fun with it. But once Mario Maker 2 came out, and once I got back into SMBX, I kinda lost interest in this game. But this game still is great, and I have made another level in it recently, the Gothwing Fortress that I made in 2021. If you want, actually 2022, was it? either way, check that level out. That's my most recent level. And that one I'm pretty proud of. So you can check that one out, because that one is very good. But I'm honestly impressed with all the new shit that they're adding into this game. It's honestly really mind-blowing. It's no wonder it took them a whole year for it to come out, because it's just the amount of content is insane. They have pretty much everything you could want from a Mega Man level editor. So, kudos to them, man. Alright, next up we have another game that I really loved from this year, Touhou Luna Nights. This is a game that Goncedo recommended to me back in 2021, and I had it on my wish list for like an entire year until it went on sale, and I finally bought it. And I finally gave it a chance, like an entire year after he recommended it to me. And I heard that it was a Metroidvania, and I was like, well, I do like Metroidvanias a lot. And I did just play Metroid Dread earlier that year, and I also got off the heels of playing 2 Metroidvania Castlevanias that month, or like back in October. So I figured Luna Nights was like pretty perfect for me because, you know, it was just the kind of shit that I'm into. Plus, I've never played a Touhou game before, and I know a lot about the Touhou characters. And by that I mean maybe like a couple dozen of them. But I do love the Touhou stuff a lot, and it's always intrigued me. I always wanted to get into it since I was a little kid. And I'm just now, like, you know, sinking my head into it. And I figured, why not start with, you know, a genre that I'm more familiar with? And it definitely helped me understand the characters a bit better. And the gameplay, oh man, the gameplay surprised me so much with how good it was. Like the grazing mechanic, they should fucking put that in every game. You get close to an enemy, and you get some health back just by getting close but not taking damage. It's such a risk versus reward thing that I love so much, and it really pays off for you to get good at the game. Obviously, the time stop mechanic, super good, but not too broken either. It's just the right amount of balance, and it opens up some amazing puzzles too. They got so creative with the puzzles. They never got repetitive either. Very fun stuff. So yeah, I love this game so much. It was so short but so fun, and I would definitely do a playthrough of it again if I had the chance. So next up we have kind of a two-parter. We got Contra 3: The Alien Wars with Jose, another co-op. We decided to finish off the Contra series before we would get back to our Superstar Saga playthrough. And, this one was decently fun, I'd say. We did turn on the Konami code for it, and ended up having a pretty fun time with it, I'd say. We really enjoyed this one. I love the mechanic of just, like, hanging on to shit and, like, shooting your gun. That part was probably some of the best shit about the game. Didn't really like the final boss all that much, but I'd say yeah, it was a pretty fun game overall. Just kind of turn our brains off and enjoy. And then we have probably the weirdest one, Contra Hardcore. This is like a full-ass anime cover right here. I love these anime covers, though. They're so 90s, dude. They did the same kind of art style with Rondo of Blood, too, and they never did it again. Yeah, this is a very interesting game, because Contra Hardcore is the game that I knew the least about going into, and I find it interesting that there's 4 different kinds of characters you could play as. You could play as, you know, typical Contra dude, you could play as a waifu, you could play as a robot, and then, like, a fucking, what was it, a grizzly bear or something you could play as? And that was just cool that you could do that. And apparently I learned that the game has, like, branching pathways. I didn't even know that, because obviously we couldn't read the dialogue. So we just kind of made our own fan dub, basically, which we did for Sonic Adventure as well. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, It was pretty funny, the fan dub that we did. That made the game more enjoyable for us. And, yeah, it was a pretty good game. Pretty solid Contra game. It's just really fucking hard, that's all. So, yeah. Alright, next game we have is Human Fall Flat, which me and Dominic have done a few episodes of. We might do more with more people, who knows. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. But it was a pretty, it's been a pretty fun experience playing this game. It's kind of like Gang Beasts, but the physics are different, and you're doing, like, platforming and puzzles instead of, like, throwing dudes out of the arena. Which, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I definitely wouldn't mind coming back to this game. I just have to be in, like, the right mindset to do it, that's all. So that's kind of, you know, my thing about Human Fall Flat. Not really a whole lot else to say about it, and also the game's kind of devoid of music half the time, so that's a problem, if you ask me. But alright. Next up is a lot of these games now are going to be ones I haven't finished yet. We have Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal, which put a fucking Vietnam flag over this shit. Hang on. Do I have one? No, I don't think I do. Oh well. Okay, well anyways. Pokemon Vietnamese... Oh wait, hang on, I do have one. There you go. Perfect. So this is a game that we haven't finished yet. We're only like 3 gym badges in. Actually, 4 gym badges in. But, it's been a pretty fun experience so far, just reading all the funny dialogue. And, it's also a randomizer, too. It's a Vietnamese Crystal randomizer. But the only problem is I can't catch Pokemon, which is kind of annoying. So I'm stuck with a team of a Lantern and a Vanilla Togepi and fucking Fearow. Which, yeah, that's just great, isn't it? But, it's been fun because I invite all the boys to come watch me play this game, and we laugh at all the funny dialogue. Maybe next time we do this, we'll have, like, Seb and Zach read the dialogue, some of it, you know, why not? Because that could be fun. Make it a bit more interesting, have some more diverse cast members. You know, there you go. But, yeah, actually, we're gonna do some Vietnamese Crystal this week. So, actually, tomorrow, I think. Yeah, so, look forward to that, voice crack. Alright, next up, we have another Pokemon game. Pokemon Outlaw. Couldn't find a better picture. But, this is a game that Seb actually played. It's hard to, I don't really know if you can consider this a game that I played, because I didn't play it. Seb played it, not me. But he doesn't stream or anything, so I didn't want to lose this stuff to time, so I'm deciding to archive it on my channel, just because it's funny. So, yeah. Either way, this is a very bizarre hack, because it's Pokemon Fire Red, but all of the dialogue is changed, and there's, like, slightly different Pokemon, and the story is, like, changed here and there. Like, you have to save your girlfriend, and, like, this douchebag, like, wants to take over Kanto or whatever. It's, kind of weird, but it was really funny. Like, my favorite part is the part where it was, like, lol loser, where it's like, you have no friends. Correct. You know, that part was pretty funny, and hey look, a rat. You know, there's a lot of funny moments that came out of that series, and I'm very glad that Seb showed me that hack. He's been coming up with some pretty good ideas recently, like Pokemon Outlaw, Wii Party. Very good ideas, honestly. You know, shoutouts to all the boys coming up with these ideas. Alright, so next up, we have Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. A game that I used to kinda hate because it was frustrating to get all the gold stars on. And, to be honest, it has some frustrating bosses. which I've gotten better at, by the way. But the level design is actually a lot more forgiving than I remember. So it was actually pretty easy to get gold stars on these levels. So I ended up having a lot of fun replaying this game. And it reminded me of why I love this game so much growing up, because this is a game that I grew up with my grandpa's R4 cartridge when I was 5 years old. And I love this game so much. It was so much fun just guiding the minis, trying to get them all to the door. The levels design is so creative. There's so many mechanics and gimmicks that I wish they brought back to future Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Like the fire sticks and like the floating Shy Guys. Or like the closing doors and stuff. Like the colored doors. I really want them to bring that shit back. Because, it's really good stuff. But yeah, I really love this game. I'd say it's just about as good as the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And hey, this year, maybe I'll get around to Miniland Mayhem, which is a game that I also grew up with. So, yeah. Alright guys, we're almost there. We got only 4 more games left. Huh, I'm finishing a lot faster than I thought I was. Alright, so next up we have another game that I haven't finished yet. F-Zero X. Which, F-Zero X is surprising me with just how fucking amazing the gameplay is. It is a game that I get frustrated at from time to time, and burnt out, no pun intended, but the gameplay is so drastically different, yet so similar to GX that I feel like if I went back to GX, I would have to, like, completely relearn the game, because all the things I learned about this game, it'd just be hard to convert. But overall, this game is super fun. Getting better at driving and, like, turning and stuff is really fun. I love the drifting with the Bloodhawk, or Hellhawk. Super fun. Super, super fun. And the music is obviously amazing. The rock shit is so good. Like, I'd say, it's hard to say if I prefer this over GX, but this game is really making me question that. Which, I guess that goes to show just how good of a game it is, really. So yeah, shoutouts to you, F-Zero X. We're definitely gonna play some more of this week. But I think we're gonna finish up this game soon, because I'm kind of running out of things to do with this game, and I'm kind of losing interest. So yeah. That doesn't mean it's a bad game. I've obviously loved playing through all of it. So, yeah. Anyways, this is technically game 100, but it's hard to say if it's even a game. We did a one-off of Cards Against Humanity, which, to be honest, wasn't that fun. It has some funny potential, but I feel like it just kind of missed its mark. And the people that we were playing with didn't really make it any funnier than it could have been either. I'm not saying, no hard feelings or anything, but I feel like we kind of had a rough crowd, and the prompts that we got were not too funny, and the games kind of dragged on. I feel like we were basically trying to recapture what made Quiplash so funny, and Cards Against Humanity just didn't really do that for us. It just wasn't as funny as it could have been. So yeah, I don't think we'll be returning to this one. But, I mean, there were some laughs, but I don't know. Either way, it was alright. Alright, so second to last game of 2022 is another game we haven't finished yet. Super Mario World 96 Exits with Zeppy, which we're doing tomorrow, by the way. So keep an eye out for that. I did do a randomizer run of Mario World way back on the channel, one of my first ever series. But I really wanted to play through the game vanilla and really take the time to explore and appreciate all the levels. which is why we're doing 96 exits. Which means that once we beat the game and go to the save file, it's a 96 and a star on the save file. Which is, you know, that's what we want. So yeah, we're enjoying our Mario World playthrough so far. Zephy's kind of been doing some practice off stream. So I'm hoping when we come back, you know, maybe he can show me some of the stuff he's learned. And we're gonna make some more progress in the game, and I'm looking forward to playing more of it. So this kind of means that when I do my best games of 2023, this might be one of the games that you see in there. So yeah. Alright, and the last game of 2022, strangely enough, is Golf with Your Friends. This was, I really liked this game a lot. I was pleasantly surprised with how fun the golfing was. Me and Dominic and Gancito, a little bit, we played some golf, and it was fun just shooting our golf balls around the course and trying to get, you know, birdies and eagles and stuff. I honestly would love to do this game again if, you know, they were up to it, because I enjoyed it so much. Just kind of got a bit bored of it after a little while. And the fact that Dominic, we played 3 games that day, I was kind of feeling a little bit burnt out by the end of it. Oh yeah, I guess I should also mention Spider Heck, which we only played for like half an hour, but the game was kind of laggy. That's technically like the 103rd game, but I forgot to include it. I'm kind of late. I was kind of lazy. But it was eh. I didn't really enjoy it that much. I don't really want to play it again. I don't think they can force me to play it again unless we had like a big group of friends. The gameplay was just too clunky and weird for me. Not in the fun way like Gang Beasts is. So I don't know if we'll be coming back to that one. If there are any games that I did not talk about or I missed in 2022, please let me know. Otherwise, I am looking forward to a brand new and very fun 2023. Here's to some more chaos, maybe another 100 fun games to play through. I don't know about 100, because I'd have to marathon a bunch of short games for that to happen. But we're definitely gonna play a lot more games. We're gonna play a lot of the same games. Like, we're gonna play, you know, we're gonna play, like, more Mario Party, more Smash Bros, more, Jackbox, that for sure. Yeah, we're gonna play a lot of that stuff. So, look forward to that. Oh yeah, I guess I can technically include Paper Mario Dark Star Edition on here, because I did play that in 2022, but I haven't even uploaded it yet to YouTube, so hard to say if that one counts, but from what I've played so far, it's been pretty fun. So we're definitely gonna do some more of that. But yeah. Anyway, have this meme, I guess, of Mike from Breaking Bad. So yeah, what else can I say? Oh yeah. Before I go, I would like to go to the game randomizer site. This is something I like to do every now and then. I'm gonna try and show this off. Yeah. Okay. So this is something I'm gonna do before I end off the stream, because it ended up being a little bit shorter than I expected. But here's something that I like to do every now and then. I like to show off this website. So, here we go. We have, Dark Souls randomizer, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Scarlet Violet randomizer, I do know about that one. The Resident Evil 4 randomizer, I do know about that. Zelda, I don't know what, so... Did the Ocarina of Majora get a new rando or something? Yokai Watch randomizer. I never played Yokai Watch. Super Mario World. Wait, what? What is this? What the fuck? Mario World. Mario World / Pokemon Red randomizer? What does this mean? Hang on a minute. Where's Mario World? Can I find that? Yeah. Really? Oh wow, is there a new Mario World randomizer? Wow. Dude, there's a new Mario World randomizer for this game. Oh shit, we gotta play this now. Holy crap. This sounds kind of interesting. You know what else I need to do? I need to play the Mario 64 randomizer at some point. Maybe I'll do that too. I don't know when though. Okay, that's cool. I learned something. That sounds like fun. I don't know about any of these three. Chibi Robo, Deltarune randomizer, SMT randomizer. Oh yeah, the Superstar Saga randomizer. This is something that I heard about. I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe I'll check that out someday. And we have more Pokemon stuff. Yeah. And I guess, oh wow, Tunic randomizer, that's kind of interesting. Otherwise, other than that, looks like a lot of stuff I'm not too familiar with. So, if we have a look at, I usually like to look at the Mario stuff. There's not a whole lot else of games that I like to randomize. I mean, Donkey Kong randomizer. Doom randomizer, you know, I mean, I could do that now. Oh yeah, Earthbound randomizers. We might do some of that, too, this year. Some more Earthbound randos. What else? Final Fantasy? Nah, I haven't done any of the Final Fantasies. Let's see, what else? Having a look. Kirby randos. Dude, there's a Forgotten Land randomizer already? How does that work? Huh. Actually, I'm kind of curious. It's a work in progress. What does this do? Randomize unlock order for stages. Optional Waddle Dee requirements. Randomize Kirby colors. Huh, okay. Well, that's a cool work in progress, honestly. Oops, not that. Hey, look at that! Cookie Clicker Part 84. You're never gonna see that for a while. What else? Kirby Star Allies has a rando too? I didn't know that. Nightmare in Dreamland. Oh yeah, I should totally play that. I haven't played a Kirby game this year yet. Maybe I should do that. I was planning on getting Forgotten Land. Maybe I'll get that. I technically could. I'm just waiting for a sale, maybe. Well, there's Lisa again. Now we got Mario stuff. So there's a lot of Mario 64 randos. There's a new Super Mario Bros. Wii randomizer. And we have all the Mario RPG stuff. So, this is the first Mario... This is the first... Actually, you know what? I could check this out right now, actually. Like, live. I could join the Superstar Saga randomizer. I want to have a look at this. Here, I'll showcase it. So, here's the server. I kind of want to have a look at it. So, I don't even know where I should start. So, let's see. Let's see, installation. I kind of just want to see how the game looks, you know? Randomize item drops from battle. It's kind of a cool concept. No. I'm not sure where to look. I kind of want to look at the, games. What does this randomizer do? This randomizes all obtainable items in the game, including normal items, beans, key items, hammers, and hand abilities, badges, pants, and coffee items. Oh, is that all? I guess it's... I mean, it's a very new rando, so... I guess that makes sense. The randomizer uses the English 1.0 version. That's kind of cool, though. So, we're kind of, reaching, like, we're scratching the surface of, like, what Mario and Luigi randomization can be. Because I feel like Mario and Luigi hacking is not nearly as popular as, it's not nearly as popular as, let's say, Paper Mario or Mario RPG randomization is. So, yeah. But it's cool that, you know, it's kind of gonna go somewhere. So, yeah. Now, obviously, we have, back on the website here, we have, you know, the Mario RPG Rando, Black Pit, which I would love to play, and we have the new Paper Mario randomizer, and then we have Infinite Pit, the Shuffleizer, Zephylis' stuff, and then there's the Super Paper Mario randomizer, which I had a look at one time, but I'll have a look at it again, because maybe it got a new update or something. I guess. 2022 update. That doesn't really look like there's much going on for this rando. And then there's a bunch of Mega Man stuff too, which I might check out someday. Yeah. Other than that, there's Metroid randomizers. I might try that out someday. If I ever decide to do a Super Metroid run again, I should definitely try the randomizer. So yeah. Plants vs. Zombies randomizer? The Windows Phone version. Nah, I don't have that version. And there's all that Pokemon stuff. We're doing some Pokemon right now. I'll get to it though. So we're doing the Crystal right now. And someday we'll do Black and White 1 and 2, Emerald, and maybe other games too, like Heart Gold and stuff. Resident Evil. I didn't realize Resident Evil randomizers were so popular. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Risk of Rain randomizer? Wow. SMT's got a lot of stuff. No Persona, though. Sonic the Hedgehog randomizer. Oh yeah, the Sonic Adventure DX randomizer is fairly new, actually. That came out pretty recently. So yeah. There's a complete Saga randomizer? I don't know what that does. So that could be fun. Smash Bros randomizer. Alright, you know what? I think you know, we kind of get the idea, right? You know, that's, there's a lot of different randos that we could check out. So, yeah, that caps off, 2022. I guess I'll tell my plans for tomorrow. So, in the morning, me and Zeppy, we're gonna do Mario Kart 8 and Mario World. And then later that day, we're gonna do Vietnamese Crystal with Seb and Zach. Maybe I'll invite some other people, like Eric, Porter, Desmond, maybe Jordan. We'll see who wants to join. I'll just fucking ping everybody. I'll bug the shit out of people and be like, hey, I'm playing some Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal. You wanna watch? And pretty much, you know, that's pretty much the gist of it. So yeah, that's the plan for Tuesday. Wednesday, I don't know if I have any plans yet, actually. Oh yeah, Tuesday I'm also gonna test out, I'm gonna test out Parsec with Skipper. We're gonna test that shit out and see if it works. And if it works, then we have a new Parsec recruitment. I need to do it with Eric too. I'm gonna ask Eric when he's free as well. Wednesday maybe would be a good day. I don't know any days. I don't know what's going on Wednesday or Thursday yet. Friday, I know Dominic wants to do some shit for sure, so that's something. But otherwise, I'm not sure. I'll see if Aaron can do anything on Wednesday or Thursday, but if not, If not, then maybe I'll have. Oh, maybe we can do Dark Star Edition on Wednesday or Thursday. That'd be good. Or I could start my brand new series. Some good ideas, alright? Well, either way, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch. And I will see you all later. So, bye.